Hello, hello. Hello, Enigma. I see you are here as always. Glad to see you. So I say hello. Glasses. Okay, doing that over the next couple days. So hold on. Get an eye exam done. Yeah. Eye exams. Fun. In COVID. Fun. Either way, hello everyone. Glad to see those who could turn out to make it. Made it. I understand for the people who didn't. Because we're kind of in a difficult time where the Game Awards are going on, so everyone cares about that instead. Which is reasonable. I mean, if we all wanted to watch the Game Awards, I could probably get a stream of it up and throw it in like the bottom corner. If that was something everyone was interested in having in the background. You are not the person I want to talk to. Headache. Now, okay. We have our dailies, we have the energy. That's what those books give. I don't need either of the weapon stuff. So it really is just... really is just get dailies chonked out, burn a couple of condensed resins, and then go do some abyss. Because that's really all she wrote. Stream crashed! My end or your end? Huh. It looks like we're doing decently so far. Might have had a small internet at your end. Okay. I just looked over and saw that I have a decent amount of drop frames. I was like, did I just drop like a small section of like 200 frames? Because, my day has been okay. Finally got to the point where I wanted to start actually putting my voice into, video editor, so I got all the base footage down for the video. I got all the, assets I really wanted made. And then everything else was, hi, Walk! How are you doing? But, yeah. Now that I got all of that stuff done, it was like, okay, everything else I need is going to be like Jinx, where he has a bunch of text pop up on the screen, or individual sheets pop up, or other kind of information, or pictures pop up. But all that's going to have to come off of how I speak, because I can place stuff in places, but if I place stuff in a place, I'm now going to be tied to trying to speak in such a manner that what I say is relevant to where it's placed. So instead, I'll speak and then place things where they relevantly sit. Problem is I get a very weird, like, audio cuts out because the mic just stops sending input for like a brief, like, 15th of a second, and it happens like 2 times or 3 times every 5 seconds, and it's really annoying. Turns out it's just because the video editor, whenever you're in the recording software on my computer, it's just 100% CPU usage. So I literally can't record in that software. I spent like 3 hours fixing this issue. And those 3 hours were the 3 hours of time where I normally have the place to myself and there's not much going on audio-wise, so I actually have, you know, fairly sound neutral, or about as sound neutral as I'm going to get, without, like, moving to a recording studio or investing in a whole bunch of sound dampening panels, which doesn't really help because my room isn't necessarily fully enclosed. So I'm just going to have to wait till tomorrow till I can do the recordings that I need to record of my audio to then start getting the video production in proper done. Otherwise, I'm doing good. Thank you very much for asking, Walk. Other than that, yesterday I was dead tired trying to figure everything out in terms of how DaVinci's laid out, because it's laid out very weirdly. Like, normally in a video editor, it just starts you in, like, the editing timeline, and everything else other than that is stuff you do in the editing timeline, or, like, you open a separate tab just for that one, or, like, a separate editing window just for that one particular thing, but everything still revolves around that editing timeline. Whereas in DaVinci, you kind of migrate away from that, and now you have a bunch of different tabs that you can be in, where you have, like, an audio tab, you have an editing tab, you have a clipping tab, you have a effects tab, and all of that stuff is all located around the edge in, like, really minimalist in nicely designed ways, but not the most user-friendly to get into without, you know, being told what to do or spending 3 or 4 hours navigating it. If you know what I mean. We did that. Next one is down there. I seem to be dropping some more frames. My bitrate doesn't seem to be super consistent. That might just be me needing a better router. Or, you know, the one thing that I'm potentially interested in, depending on how much people want really good stream content in terms of quality, is it's not that expensive to get access to, like, a month of office space, or like a month of recording studio space, or however you want to pan it out, set it up. And typically they'll have a much better internet connection at something like that, because generally it'll be a business space, and so most businesses in a business space don't require a lot of upload and or download. But there's like 6 of them, so they will still, you know, rent and or utilize the internet there. And even if, you know, you gotta pick up your own stuff, it's relatively affordable compared to, you know, moving house. Which is something I'm not in the realm of affording. So I could do that. And I almost guarantee everyone on stream would be interested in, you know, me going from 10 upload and like 2 megabytes a second, or 2 megabits a second bitrate, and jumping up to like 10, 20, 30 megabits a second bitrate. Perfectly acceptable. Just, we aren't quite there yet. As a channel, me as a professional, at least I think I'm a professional. But, yeah, that's the kind of stuff I've been looking into. On top of that, since I now know that my CPU gets pegged really hard in the video editor that I'm going to be using, because if I'm going to use a video editor, I might as well pick one and then learn it, and then get as good at it as possible. So I've also started looking into getting a new CPU. Which is something I've already been interested in. So that's something I would spend my money on right now. Because I can benefit from it beyond just, you know, making better content. Though the making better content part is a very fortuitous opportunity within... Pardon me, I need to migrate this closer so I can get a little bit more volume. Hopefully it's not too loud. Do let me know. Either way, how have you been doing, Enigma? Oh, Osar! Hi! How are you doing today? Yeah, how are you doing today, Osar? Pardon me there, I zoned out for a brief moment. That's good to hear. Glad to see you're doing good. Oh, just gonna finish up the dailies, and then we're probably gonna go 2? 3? Probably 3 Crimson Witch runs. Ah, frost essential oil. I do know the energy dump sheet. Yes, I do. The Ning numbers are contradicting. I wonder about that. Let's see here real quick. Info dump. Mental skills, production sheet.
I do worry about the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
I'm sure the good people of the Adventurers Guild are absolutely fine, Maid Twilight.
3 to 4, 1, 9, 3.5, 350. Unless you're taking into account the particle generation glitch that they have, where if you do it within 6 seconds you don't get one, I don't necessarily see how they're getting those numbers, so I can see where you're coming from. I'm just gonna sit here and check something real quick on that sheet. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, everyone else with a 1 to 9 is on that 1 to 9. Okay. Yeah, you're correct. I will see if I can't reach out to the person and figure out exactly what's going on there. Definitely I'm going to do that. Oh, daily commission and expeditions are both done! Huzzah! Oh, hi, Shek. How you be doing today, Shek? I hope you be enjoying the fine weather that the world be bringing you. If it's fine. If it's not, hopefully it passes soon. Something made. You were attempting floor 12 of the Abyss. Congratulations on making it to floor 12. I hopefully shall be there in the next couple of months. What's my current situation on weapon upgrade materials? Weapon upgrade materials, I am currently... Where are they? Are they not on this page? Oh, they're in the ores. Of course they'll be in the ore. Will they be in the ores? Well, congrats on your clearing. Good luck on getting that last star. From what I hear, you might need it. The luck, that is. Not the star. You don't need this star. No. Weapon pants. I'm at 90. Okay, yeah, I definitely need more. I am running low. Okay. I think if I have the time later, not necessarily on stream, if you don't have that time, take a look at your spreadsheet with Noel artifact numbers, second pair of eyes in case you made any mistakes. Definitely can do that. We will be doing math at some point during this stream, so taking a look at your spreadsheet is definitely something we can do. Free content! Also, I don't know how many of you here play Smash Brothers, but we got the next character announced. It's Sephiroth. Mirabelle Clementine. Hens hardy förrätt Mirabelle Clementine. Sephiroth. Sephiroth. And I really hope that they're picking remake Sephiroth. He's probably gonna have a big fucking sword. You know what? We could probably go look at his reveal trailer later. Just, you know. Long still equates to big. Oh, yeah, one thing I wanted to check before we go in case you wanted to bring a character other than Xingqiu, I actually have Xingqiu somewhat built now. Okay, no, so I do need to get his book. Where do I get his book? Okay, his books are Saturday. Trying to settle the argument of Def % versus Crit Hat, donated to Tuner to ask if he could send it to Jinx, and he agreed. No, Jinx probably will have gotten it, or has it, but he's probably, if I know him, either chillaxing right now because of the time that it is there. It's probably his dinner time. And after that, he's probably going to spend some time with his wife. Or get some work in on a video or something. Or play some extra... He's a nerd and he's got Cyberpunk 2077. What do you think he's going to want to do instead of work? While we're here, does anybody else want to join us for Crimson Witch Farming? But I'm pretty sure both Checking and Osser are not local. I don't necessarily need help. If by all means you want, if you by all means you want to farm it, by all means join in. You don't have to. There is no necessitative factor in that. Just, I'm trying to see if I could finally get a second piece of Crimson Witch so I can finally get Klee on Too Glad to Witch. Ah! Oh, how unlucky am I to not get sacked 2 times in a row? There we go. Finally leveled up enough support artifacts that you can solo it now. Was impossible when you first hit priority 5. Reasonable. Understandable. God damn it. How unlucky can I be? That's 3 times this one thing that I haven't gotten sacked. There's sack. I'll add you after the thing. Yes, I can definitely do that check. Still no sack proc. God damn it. Yeah, you could always add me. I don't hide my UID right now because I'm not famous enough to be pestered by thousands of people. Not yet. I plan on running at least 2 more. I've got 3 condensed saved up from yesterday not being able to, you know, actually stream playing stuff because wanted bed. I wanted the sleep. Ooh, which flower is acceptable and which times end is also acceptable. Those are 2 good rolls. Okay. Sure thing, check. We'll fix. Yeah, you did have to co-op for a while. Understandable. I still have to co-op, but I haven't tried it since leveling up Xingqiu, so I might be able to do it solo now, but it would probably be tight. Jesus, tap dancing Christ! You are a high AR. You play more than I do. Congratulations. I want that 200 Primo Gems. Yep, AR 53. I'm at 3.8k Primos. All the more for Ganyu. You play a little bit. Just a little bit. We need a Kleekek. Yeah, that's right. I wanted to check artifacts. Why does it not have crit damage? 9. I would be losing basically my only source of crit damage. For which set? Ugh. What's the final piece on Klee? I think the final piece on Klee is her hat, which is crit chance. Yeah. It could still roll crit damage, so I'm not passing it off. Like, it's being stored, but it's not an immediate, let's just roll everything into it. I want to see what else we get. Co-op. So we have a Hydro DPS. Okay, then we will bring another Hydro DPS. And we will bring a Venti. You play on mobile, by the way. Understandable. Like, I can see mobile being a decent thing or a very, very good thing. Come, let's say, you just want to play lazily or you have yourself a Bluetooth controller. Because it plays very well on mobile. Especially with, like, a Bluetooth controller. The auto camera is surprisingly good. It's just some of the more complicated stuff. I mean, if I have boomer hands on PC, how bad am I gonna be on non-PC? Infuse Hydro? Oh, I didn't get the Hydro infuse. Oh well. Ooh, delicious. Delicious. You bet it has Lion's Roar instead of Battle Pass Sword. Understandable. Someone ping me somewhere, huh? Ah, okay, that's reasonable. Okay, so I did get 2 legendaries. Another Witch's Flower. Ooh, and that's a Witch's Feather, possibly. Delicious. Let's take this down. It might have been lava, in which case, frack. Yeah, lava. Wouldn't even be a replacement anyway. That's definitely a flower worth keeping and giving to a Xiangling. That's a Xiangling. I'm aiming for just a second piece of... I need just either a hat or a good feather. Like, I have flexible pieces of gladiators. I need to get a second good piece of Crimson Witch. That doesn't get rid of what little crit damage I have. Yeah, I'll go this route. More damage. Because I can actually auto-attack on someone. Delicious. Fully capable. Ah, Xingqiu. I can see why everyone likes him so much. He's so good. Why is he so good? It's not fair. Why does he have to be so good? 2 level walkers, flowers. Ew. 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 Unless they're amazing offsets. Ew. Completely ill. Decent substats, so maybe on something. Huh. Okay, let's go. Yeah, it probably won't be too long of a stream today. Not too much to do. We're basically at the finishing of the Sheet 2.0, at least the main components of it. All I have to do is add in like a character selection, but I don't think I'm going to make an individual sheet for every individual character. That sounds like too much work. Ouch. Oh, jeez, he's just bouncing all over the place. All over the place. But yeah, also, if you want to send me that sheet, we can get looking at it in about half an hour. Ish. Yeah. Stop it with the lava walkers. Probably do one more. And then head off to do Abyss 10. The lava walkers isn't even any good. I should check. Okay, Feather.
I created another universe and founded paradise.
Keep.
I, Official, and the princess in different.
Meh. 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 Meh.
I do worry about the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu
Isn't
absence.
what's good on
I'm
Clay?
sure the good people of the Adventurers Guild are absolutely fine, mein Fräulein.
Oh, Lava Walker's not bad on Clay. It's just I would have to get a full set of Lava Walkers.
And founded paradise, for I
Like, it's really good on Klee. It's just I have a really good Gladiator Cup. I have a decent Gladiator Feather. Or another really good Gladiator Feather. Like, I just have too many good Gladiator pieces not to use Gladiator. So I'm going to use Gladiator, and then the best thing to pair with Gladiator is 2-set Crimson Witch, which is what I'm going for. I know, it's a really good cup. It's like, I have that cup, so, like, why wouldn't I? You don't use 2 Witch, 2 Glad on Diluc. You don't really do that on Bennett. Klee's only the really one that could use that. Oh, I have tons of good Glad pieces. Everything that I have Gladiator is generally good, which is scary. I don't need more Hydro. Venti for the last run. Be my luck stick. 1k flat HP. Ha! Ouch. Oh, ouch. So much pain just right there. Ah, I hit the wrong button. Our archer didn't get in fast enough. Ah! Leave domain. You were responding. Oh, that's fine. Oh, carry. Yeah, he kind of is. That's just kind of what a child does. Especially an AR-53 child. I wonder how many more AR levels you're going to get farming for good sets for him once they come around. Okay. Use them to do big damage only. Reasonable. But, like, big damage is still big damage. Okay, last run.
No time to lose.
Would adventure be faster?
I swear for a split second I thought I saw a golden martial artist feather and I was about to say Witch's Heart of Flames. I'm not holding out hopes. There's no way you're better than my current goblet. There's no way. You can't do it. You are not physically capable of it. Still worth keeping. It's Hydro bonus. That's something. Could be better. It could be worse. To be fair, it could be worse. But you're right, it could be better.
I created a universe and founded paradise.
Could be a Mona Cup. Yeah, that's a possibility. Though I'm waiting to see what Hydro set is before I make a decision on how I'm going to build Mona. Because I may just attempt to make her a Hydro carry. I'm not sure yet. Nah, I don't need to worry about that. Like main DPS? Yeah.
I hear the voice of fate, speaking my name in humble supplication.
B. I am looking specifically for this.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, and the princessins of
What do you roll? Not bad. I can live with that. What is it with me and DPS maiden gear?
I do worry about the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
I'm sure the good people of the Adventurers Guild are absolutely fine, Maid Foy.
Neat. Okay, what could do with upgrading next? This, technically. But I am pretty sure the crit rate I don't need. The element mastery I don't really need.
Universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, and the princessins of
Let's see. No 4-star attack at Glad Sands. No 4-star attack at Gladiator Sands. Crit rate helmet, which is nice, but I want crit damage for Bennett because he has too much crit rate already. It's crit rate. He's got, and then more crit rate, and then he has a crit rate weapon. Then, like, currently on his helmet, he has even more crit rate. Then on his sands, he has even more crit rate.
founded paradise. For I, Fischl, and the princessins of
Speaking of, remember how I said I have just all my Glad gear is good? Case in point. Okay, what else is currently on Beidou? She's got an electro damage cup.
My retinue during my impromptu absence.
I'm sure the good people of the adventure.
She has a maxed that. And I'm pretty sure she has a unleveled attack percent. Not that she really needs it, but like bing, 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 bing. Now, what do we get? Okay, viability. A viability.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, and the Prinzessin de
Come on, roll good. Roll good. Poggers. Yeah.
I do worry about the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
I'm sure the good people of the Adventurers Guild are
Also,
absolutely fine.
speaking of, more good gladiator stuff. I'm not kidding when I said I have good gladiator stuff. Let's see, where does that put me on a couple of different characters now? Because I've done some upgrades. So, Fischl's doing her thing. Klee's doing her thing. Where she's got a really good stat loadout. It's about the ideal ratio for what I want her to have. All I can do, really, is get that up another 15%, because witch set. And then, hopefully, I don't lose crit damage.
So heavy.
Attack, technically, has diminishing returns on DPS after the first attack percent. Or once you equip Feather. Because it literally, everything has less of a return versus something else. If you're talking about when attack is just you invest in stuff other than attack, it's a matter of attack has value, damage percent has value, crit has value, and it's just if you have a choice, when and where does boosting one provide more than another. So it's all just a balancing act of trying to keep the increases within a ratio of each other, depending on how much you get of each, what percentage you have to begin with, so on and so forth. And it also depends on your weapon.
I created another universe.
But, like, technically, after you get the first attack percent, every attack percent after that is less value than the previous one. So it's just a matter of at what point does attack have less value than whatever damage percent you have. If your character comes with attack ascension, so they don't come with pyro damage, pyro is incredibly beneficial. If they come with like pyro percent bonus, well then maybe attack has a little more value than normal because there's less attack percent going around.
I created another universe and found
So you don't want your total attack percent to closely match your elemental damage percent because of how the numbers work. It pans out differently. And it isn't like a 1-to-1-to-1 ratio. Like, it's a really weird ratio to fit with. It's more... What you need to understand is 9 times out of 10, you always go attack hourglass or energy recharge hourglass.
voice of fate. Speaking
So it's either attack or energy recharge hourglass. And then it's hope you don't roll into attack percent, because any amount of crit over attack percent at that point is going to be better. If you're thinking about at what point may ER be better, energy element mastery be better, that's entirely dependent on your stuff. It's just that your main stat here you get as a pyro damage bonus. That's fixed. You don't want attack here. For your arrow sand, you can't get element bonus, so you use attack here. You can't get crit, so you go attack here. Not always. Also, because the thing is, Osser, it all depends on your substats, because, where is that? Basically, I have a sheet that proves that the value that a crit damage hat will give you, or a crit chance hat will give you, increases depending on how much crit stats you have. So the more crit subs you have, the closer that balance between the two is. Also depends on how much attack percent subs you have. Do you have 40% attack subs? Did you just roll into all your attack subs? Or do you have 0? If you have 0, probably attack hat. Unless you're running like memory, Eye of Perception, which it just has a bunch of attack percent on it. It's all really... It's not always crit rate, crit damage. There are instances where attack hat is better. Exactly. There isn't as much of a diminishing returns to the hat on attack percent. Exactly. So it all depends on... It all depends on how much of every stat you have, which then provides you with the decision of, okay, what do I grab next? Because at the same time, like, attack percent has more value on a Diluc with a 5-star weapon than, let's say, attack percent does on, say, Amber, who doesn't even get 200% attack total. So, just the character provides less base attack, and then the weapon you use on the character provides less base attack, thus attack percent provides less of an overall increase in terms of flat, because you have to take into account that there's flat as well. EM Sands can, it's just the problem is Sucrose exists, Diona C6 exists, Albedo is going to exist with his A4. Like, there's just going to be a lot of ways for you to get EM elsewhere that it typically falls off 9 times out of 10. Just over an attack sense. But there are instances where it could potentially be better. Let's say you have a Wolf's Greatsword. So, in this instance, where you have a Wolf's Gravesword, which is giving you 65% just on the weapon, then maybe there's a case to be had here for having Element Mastery. It's Element Mastery, it's the one stat you can't just go, you need this amount of other stats to make Element Mastery good, because it's entirely dependent on how many reactions are you getting, what reaction are you doing, are you getting 1 reaction per sword swing, are you getting 1 reaction per 2 sword swings, are you getting 1 reaction per 3 sword swings? Are you the trigger character? There's just so many variables that it's more of it's a very case-by-case basis. Because how much value it provides what it boosts is stuff other than your base damage normally. Unless we're talking Vaporize or Melt, in which case, generally, it's weird. Like, the only instance I know where Element Mastery is just hands down good is on Zhongling, and that's just because you give her Dragon's Bane, which has Element Mastery. And that's specifically for Vaporize. It's the person that triggers the reaction. So, you put one person down, it puts a pyro on the character, and then you smack the pyro with Child, thus Child would need the EM. That's how that works. Okay, we're gonna try a new Abyss team that I have not yet used before. Okay. So we're doing New Abyss. Second team's gonna basically be the same thing as always. You, and you. I really want to replace you, but I don't have anything to do so. And then this team start with Bennett, then go Fischl, then go Jing Cho, then go Diona. And we're going to attempt with this team, which is different than what we previously had. Just change up my thing. Okay, update stream title.
Where did that come from?
I really need to stop hitting that. We're on attack percent, that's a different buff. Hopefully we get better buffs floors 2 and 3. Well, I mean, attack percent's good. Ish. Okay, we're doing really good. This is so far panning out to be a lot of damage now. Okay, and do we have the damage? Yeah, okay, 7:10, and I gotta beat the next floor in 2 minutes, under 2 minutes, 10 seconds. I've got this. We got this. This be fine. And we're good. Yeah, at least for the first floor. First floor is not the issue. The first section is not the issue. It's Chamber 2 with the stupid whopper flowers. That is the issue. As long as I can 2-star that, I think I should be fine. I just need to 2-star that.
So heavy.
Okay. Continue. Please be a good bonus. Please, floor, be a good bonus. Why? More attack doesn't help.
Adventure time.
Chamber buff was only an extra 10% attack. So I might as well make it easier to kill the Anemo Boxer and actually at least succeed in getting the artifacts. Thank you very much, Enigma. Hopefully I'll see you back when you get back. I don't know. Stream today is probably not going to be super long. Want to get to bed early so that I can get some extra time tomorrow for sound neutralness. Make videos, you know, do the good stuff. Oh shit, that flower went down pretty quickly. Into the wall. Into the wall. Into the wall. Thank you. Migrate. Is that all the flowers? Oh, shit. I got the flowers away before everything else. Okay, I'll take those. We take those wins. Okay. Okay. Could have gone faster, but also could have gone slower. And there we go! There we go! 2 stars! Ha! Okay, now I have to hit his 1 star on the final chamber. Can I do it? That's the biggest question, is can I do it? And then it's the sprint or attack speed. Attack speed is actually good here. Okay, we'll go for the attack speed. Okay, let's see. Do that. Do that. Do that. Okay, I just had to stagger him. Just stagger chain. If I'm not too tired tonight, could I rank best to worst cards? I'd have to see what all the cards actually are to fully comprehend that. But... oh, no, I need to do this within 2 minutes. And I have a bunch of Whopper Flowers to deal with, and it's on this floor. But Beto has her alt. Oh, I wasn't even aware I was saving Bennett alt. Welcome to me being a boomer. I am a boomer at video games like these, where you have to pay attention to 12 different things at once. I miss one of those 12 things, and then I say the Bennett alt when I shouldn't have. Or something equivocal. Okay. Let me do my thing, please. No. Okay, and this should just be the end of this floor. Oh, and then there's an archer. Well, I still got the 1 star. I still got the 1 star. That's all that I care about. I can head to floor 11 now. I got my 6 stars. Finally. We take these. Also, hello, Bigby. How are you doing today? Haha, you doing good? I'll stop with that. Yeah, no. That's a no-no. A big no-no. Ew. Ew. Ooh, nice! Arknight symbols! I haven't played Arknight since, like, the first 3 months. Nope, I have not opened all the shrines. Welcome to me not doing everything because I'm too busy running numbers and other stuff. Yes! Arknight's degen. I was, but I was too invested in Epic 7 and Arknights demanded too much of my time.
For I, Fischl, and the princesses
So I kind of just put it down, and then never picked it back up. I should have, but I didn't. Arknights is low commitment, but I wanted to get everything done in Arknight. So we were, you know, what little time I had for Epic 7, I put towards Epic 7. So when I wasn't putting time towards Epic 7, I couldn't pop into Arknight to do 2 things and then leave Arknights. Like, I had to always be putting the stuff into the stages, and then there was maintaining and picking up all the rewards. It was... So it's not like I had to be fully invested in it at the time, it's just that it takes a lot of your throughout the daytime where you can spend 2 or 3 minutes at a time in towards a particular thing. Okay, and what does floor 11 have in store for us, other than the worst thing in the world? Because I've 100 Primo Gems, I'll take. Electro, Cryo, Superconduct. I'm pretty sure it's Chamber 2 that's the worst thing, because, Oh, I see. So we got Geo, Cryo, Anemo, and then we've got Electro. Thank you very much, checking. Very much appreciated. We'll take a look. So with this, you would need a Cryo, and then some kind of Claymore. Night, if you don't come back. Autocorrect does not seem to be favoring you today. I wish you luck in your future endeavors, though. And this one requires Pyro. And then Chamber 1. Pyro. That's all Cryo. So, you also require Pyro there, so Bandit on 1. Her on the other. That has all rocks. This has less rocks. It's just a rock miniature. That's also just a... It also has rock. So if I was to do this, Klee on the first team, Bandit on the second team. Second team needs Diona, because then you need the Cryo there. First team requires Pyro, which I have with Klee. Second team requires Claymore. And then do I Venti? I probably Venti. Venti's probably the move right here. Or goes Xingqiu. Which one? Which one? Because then I have to go Barbara. I need a healer. Venti. I could go Jing down here. Or like, you know, bring Kaya or something. I don't know. Yeah. We'll see how it pans out. First bonus, attack percent. Meh. Oh, why did you infuse that element? Oh, what? Are you having the same normal issue where you just kind of die because they exist? Hi, Shizu. Oh, shit. You the best. Thanks for the Prime. Very much appreciated. Even if it does push me closer to needing to build Lisa. But again, it is very much appreciated. Okay, let's do this and not immediately tank. Pyro Swirl is not the worst thing in the world. Where? Nice. You rolled for a C6 Lisa, and that was a mistake? It's not a mistake, trust me. C6 Lisa is actually really good. You just need to have the right team members to make her excel at what she is good at.
Here to play with you.
Run away!
Let me amuse myself a little.
Kill it. I need to kill it. I hate these things. Kill it. Yes, thank you. And 2 stars, that works. I think she's staying level 1 for a long time. I mean, that's kind of fair. Lisa does have that thing going for her where a lot of people just don't like how she plays, but at the same time, she's capable of doing so much and synergizing so well with certain people. It's just right now, most of the people that she best synergizes with are like Venti and Sucrose, and that's about it. Oh, yay, that's right. It's the freaking objective defense. No, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to exist. The DPS will get the enhanced shield from the two-piece bully. Yes, they will. That is, in fact, the case, Shizu. Fuck! No!
This is just my...
Ah! They do too much with their pulses. Okay. That sage doesn't even look like it's going to be asked for protecting the objective. That doesn't seem like that's going to be an issue for me. It's going to be taking hits. Because my only dealings with the pyro slimes are to knock them away.
Time for takeoff.
Leave it alone!
Time for takeoff. Let the show begin.
I died on chamber 2. That's about it. That's about it. I think that's gonna be, this is probably gonna be the worst of the 3. Okay. No, leave it alone.
We go. We go.
I can get 2 stars. I can still manage it. Nope. I can just sit here forever, because there is no time limit. The bullied has been tested. I'm pretty sure it's in the Kaching Mains Discord stuff. There we go. That was close. That was close. Okay. 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 Now all I gotta do is do good on the, I was on 40%. He was doing the final charge, but I didn't ult just to stop it. Yeah. 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 Oh, no. It has to be at 40%. The moment it hits 39, it dies down.
These bombs.
Physical will help Team 2. That's the important part. Oh. 2 stars, 5 minutes. Get it done in 5 minutes. Yeah. Okay, that went pretty well. Fatui are my, female dogs. At least for that one. Let's see what we can do with this floor.
We go.
I have to kill 4 of these? I don't have enough damage on this team. We're not gonna get it. Oh well. Kill it. Die. Thank you. And oh well. Oh well. 10's worse than 11? Like, I could do this, it's just a matter of I need a little bit more damage. Or play slightly better. Maybe move where the claymore and where the other stuff is around, so move directly to the second team, not the first team. Move stuff around. 5 stars. It's doable. Chamber 1 was 2, Chamber 2 was 2, Chamber 3 was 1. So I did a 2-2-1, which is fine. 2-2-1's fine. We take those. Yeah. Nah. Stop giving me conductor. Stop giving me wandering troop stuff, even if it's 4-piece, because you're gonna get yeah.
I created another universe and found paradise for I, Fischl, and the Prinzessin der Verirrten.
Nah. Like, is the 4-star Glad attack cup? It's an attack cup. So, Come on.
I do worry about the well-being of my retinue.
I take that. That's a win. That's a win in my book.
I'm sure the good people of the Adventurers Guild are absolutely fine being foiled.
Oh, not looking for attack cup. No.
I created another
I'm looking
universe
for
and
attack
found
sands.
paradise
Glad attack sands.
for these bombs so heavy.
So that I can replace Clee sands and then give her something else. It makes me more flexible.
I created
Can I enhance your arts for you? Nah. No, I'm keeping my luck to myself.
Prinzessin der Verirrten. I created another universe and found
Yeah, I'm looking for an attack sand to replace this. You farm too much, there's never enough Crimson Witch.
speaking my
Never enough Crimson Witch. Where's Beto currently sitting? 1831. She's doing fairly good for herself.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
I created another universe and founded paradise for I, Fischl, and the Prinzessin der Verirrten.
Bam. Bam. Wham bam. Thank you, Jam. Who's gonna love it? Your family, Am. Like, I could do better here. I just have to get her, like, a talent 6 there. And then, like, boost this up a bit.
I do worry about the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
Honestly, I feel you on the circlet size. My circlets are, circlets are where I struggle. You got okay. You've got oomph, finally. I could do with more electro damage. And more crit chance, but that's about it. And then I could always do with more venti stuff. Do with leveling that up. I could do with a better flower. I need crit damage helmets. I also need crit chance. I need everything. Oh yeah, where's Fischl in this list? She's there. Fischl's good. You're good. You are good. You're not bad. And then you definitely could do with a lot of work. You could be really good, but you could do with a lot of work.
I'm sure the good people of the Adventurers
The fact that you're 983 at level 60 with a 5-star weapon is a little sad. Should at least be 12. Against Geoshields, I think it's pretty comparable, if not a little bit higher. Not 100%. But, Osir, are you still here?
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, and the Prinzessin of
Redriar. Okay, we're gonna tackle your sheet in a moment. And yeah, I should go wake her up. Yeah. So we're gonna go sit here. I'm gonna go take a minute to go wake up a person. And I think it's about time I also have a dog walk. So we're gonna do a dog walk break. We're gonna make it a dog walk break. And then when we come back, we're gonna branch off of the game and go directly into taking a look at this Noel sheet that Osir has made for us to take a look, see if he's missed anything or if things apply in different positions, and then we can go from there. And I have returned! Hello one, hello all. We are migrating over to checking out the informations, the datas that Asa has sent us. Okay, and transition. Oh, thank you. Also, welcome back, Enigma. And also, I think I've done a pretty decent job of hiding the URL. Because there is no URL. Let's see, so most of this stuff here makes sense. Defense, you're going hat, hourglass, base. Your cut's always element damage, and then you're migrating from defense hat to crit rate hat. And you have your base stuff, which includes subs and stuff. I mean, that's technically plus 30, and then that's plus 30. That's already fairly lopsided to begin with. What weapon are you using in this situation? Let's see. Ah, he's using Favonius Greatsword. Okay, understandable. That seems reasonable. I mean, if we go for something that would be considered reasonable for what we're expecting out of a, like, what one would be aiming for is you'd probably be aiming to at least do that. And you could sacrifice a bit here at your base in order to obtain that, and then that's probably what you'd be looking at, and then you would want a crit rate hat to go with that. I mean, it depends on what your subs are. Like, that seems a little more on the realistic side from what I can see if you're gunning for like a DPS Noel. What the hell is this? No idea what you have going down there, then what makes that different. Why it's such a big difference. Oh, you're generally calculating those numbers. Okay, with a minor difference. Ignore that last one, yeah. But, yeah. You copy-pasted from something else. Okay, understandable. But yeah, I mean, I can see what you mean. Like, defense is still very comparable. At 118%. But I'm sitting here at the same time, and it's like... crit rate is still... for the input, yeah. But I mean, at the same time, like, if you're moving them a lot closer for the stuff, but at the same time, maybe not necessarily, because if we go here and we take your 80 and you had it at 30 here, like, if you're going towards that, you're probably looking at close to the 35 to 40 crit chance. So let's even if we go with 40 crit chance here. I'm going to do 80 there. Well, then, yeah, typically it goes back into favor, but at the same time, you're a lot closer to the favorable thing, and you've gotten most of your crit stats from your subs. The thing is getting this from your crit subs. Because they're currently 1 to 2 before you apply your hats and stuff. And if you have them at 1 to 2, then yeah, your defense hat's probably going to be better. And yeah, you get like your 3% difference. If you lower the crit rate, you get a little more. If you up the crit damage, you get a little more. It balances out. Generally speaking, the more balanced your crit subs are, and I mean, we're also at the low end of crit subs. Like, if you were really gunning for a bunch of crit subs. And it's ideal depending on the hat. But, like, the big thing is like, 30% crit rate and 100% crit damage as subs for a DPS is considered low. Like, in an ideal world, before your hat, you're looking at, like, at least 125 crit damage. And you're looking at least, like, yeah, 35 crit rate. So let's just make it 35. And now you have like a 6% difference. It's all really dependent on what your subs are going to be, but like in an ideal case, or not even ideal, in a preferred case where you're gunning for DPS Noel, exactly. The hat is balancing because you're going to grab the hat that balances your stats. If your sub-stats are balanced, then you go for the defense one. But at the same time, you have to play around with the sub-stats you have. And generally speaking, even at this level, so like... yeah, like 6% crit rate and 25% crit damage on their arties or something like that. It's like people who are gunning for farming for what exactly they're doing. You're going to go for something, and then you're going to pick a hat based on what you've got, and typically you're going to lopside either to too much crit chance or too much crit damage. And then the hat going the other side is going to provide an absolute massive leap in capability in that regards. I'm not saying that defense hat is bad. I'm just saying that given to the point where you want to build a DPS Noel, Jinx is right. Crit hats are just generally better. Unless you've gotten godly balanced rolls and you're at like 50 crit rate, 100 crit damage, or like 60, 120 before crit hat, then no matter what crit hat you do, like if you start at like 60 and 120 where you're perfectly balanced, and it doesn't matter what hat you have, like when you play around with the values, even when you're fully balanced, now that you're at 60, 120, which is quite high, I will kind of admit, going with your different crit stuffs added about that amount, you still wind up breaking even because crit just scales better the more you have of it. And at high tier, you just want a lot more. See you! That's just the inherent fact. When you're building a DPS Noel, because you have her a C6, you are aiming to have a lot of crit chance, have a lot of crit damage, and honestly, preferably more defense subs and maybe not a defense mainstay or something, depending on how you're doing, because if you have C6 Noelle and you're doing it properly, you don't even need that much ER. So, like, given what little downtime you'll have on Noelle, because sure, you're going to have not 100% downtime, but you'll have GOMC. Like, if you're running Noelle, you'll have GOMC. Yes, when I refer to just crit in general, I refer to just crit stats in general. Like if I say you aim specifically for just crit damage, that's a very specific niche case. Typically, when I say you aim for crit, you aim for all crit stats. And then you just balance out with your weapon or your hat based off what you can. Just like you're also not taking into account here that if you're building DPS Noelle, you're probably gonna... Your best bet is probably still using GOMC. And if you're using GOMC, or GOMC and Ningguang, but let's just say if you're just using GOMC as your support, because that's the best thing for you, you're constantly swapping to him, so you're going to have him built as well. So if your Noelle has like 90% uptime, and then the other 10% of the time your GOMC's out, and you have to put your GOMC out, during the downtime on her ult, you can swap to one or two other people. Meaning you might not even necessarily need Favonius anymore because you can deal with not having a lot of energy recharge. And then you can slot in... I don't know. If you get the Battle Pass sword, slot in Battle Pass sword. And you just absolutely get to chonk. So, like, I'm not saying it's... White Blind's another option, but White Blind then makes crit defense hat worse. White Blind makes defense hat worse because now you're oversaturating on total defense. Which is why I was going towards the crit chance weapon, because then that provides more of a boost to the defense side than the other stuff. It's like attack, yeah. In this case, it's like attack. It's just, since it scales higher, it typically takes more of it. Yeah, with diminishing DPS, exactly. But like with White Blind is still a really good thing. It's just, with White Blind, you're boosting defense, so you've got 30, then 58, then 58, and then you've got White Blind's 40 on top of that. Which means if you have White Blind's 40 on top of that, you can add 40 here, and then still have the 31% crit chance here, versus adding 40 to this, it just doesn't pan out well. It's the one that best benefits a defensive hat is going to be the Battle Pass sword, which is going to give him like 25% crit chance. Not necessarily, no, because if you think about it and we go to the page, I'm going to keep this open when I look for it. If we look at this right here, we've got GOMC with your Shattered Rock considered, where you've got all your generation. He's got a generation of up to 30 particles a minute. And Noelle's thing is on a 20-second cooldown, which means he gives 10 particles, or about 30 energy-ish, while you're doing your thing, but she also gets to continue her ult. You're going to want some energy recharge subs. You don't need the hourglass, you just want it in some of your subs. It's not 100% the most important thing, but it is necessary. However, by using this, you can then also utilize other characters. Like, you can bring a Fischl, you can bring a Bennett, you can bring other things that throw particles, and you can feed them all into her, and she winds up netting good from it as well. So it's really comp and play dependent, so you can make sure with it. Wait, she's a 15-second cooldown? I think that actually makes it better. I was thinking 20 seconds because that's her duration. 1 second. Noelle Genshin Impact. Because 100% uptime is generally a little bad. You want a little bit of downtime. Oz generates a decent amount of energy. Hi, Threvix! Let's see. Sweeping talent. Sweeping time is 15-second duration, 15-second cooldown, and her... You have her C6. Every time you defeat an opponent, you add a second to it, but let's just assume it's still 15 out of 15. Well, like, or if we assume you are bringing GOMC. GOMC is going to bring you a decent amount of Geo particles. So, if GOMC is bringing you a bunch of particles, you need 60. Yes, but you're also looking to keep her 100% uptime, when you don't necessarily need to have 100% uptime. So long as you can do your things, have her on the field, then after her 15 seconds, you can swap off, go to all your other people, and then let's say swap to GOMC, swap to her, then swap to Fischl, proc Oz, swap back to her. Or swap to Fischl for Oz, and swap to Bennett, who will then Q, then E and immediately swap back to her. And if you then get enough to get her ult at that point, then you actually have perfect uptime on her without actually going overboard and having too much energy recharge. Now, it is very dependent on necessarily the particular situation and the team comp and how much energy recharge you have as your subs, because if I recall correctly, if you just happen to have it naturally on each individual subset and never have it roll into it, and you kind of want that on her, you are looking at, even worst case scenario, 4.5% on each piece times 5. So you are looking at like 30% just by having it on all your substats in an ideal world. So even if we go down a little bit and assume you get 25% on your substats, 25% helps a lot. See, the thing is, Osser, is between the two of them, Ning is technically more suitable due to her better single target damage capabilities. It's just, based on what I know, you typically get better uptime out of GOMC, even if you have C6 Ning. So in that case, to get more damage on her. And then of course you then have GOMC that provides crit chance, which then means you have even more crit, which then benefits crit even further. But like, GOMC is just ridiculously good for that comp. Lag. Okay, that's understandable. So, in that case, yeah, you're probably going to want energy recharge, but you're probably going to want to look for it in your substats. That's probably where it's going to be best placed, just due to the passive bonus of what do I think of? The passive bonus of Battle Pass or the passive bonus of White Blind. They're both going to wind up providing more if you can get enough energy recharge out of the subs. Like, even if you roll into each energy recharge sub once, you can easily get up to like 150%, which on her should be enough. Unless we're talking Ning Wong once every 12 seconds, in which case... Eh? So yeah, like your numbers aren't wrong. It's just more of a dependent of what numbers you were using helped line yourself up a little more on the crit damage versus crit chance kind of spot that you were at. So it's more just what numbers all you're using or utilizing. With how much crit rate, how much crit damage, are you using a crit rate hat or a crit damage hat? What's your base stats? What weapon are you using? All that stuff just kind of balances out that there will be times where defense hat is technically superior. But at the same time, there will be other points in time where crit hat or crit damage hat is going to be superior. And most of the times, crit damage hat or crit chance hat are going to be the ones that have more room to grow. Just due to the fact that you'll find a new artifact at some point that'll be like your new swap Geo Cup. And it'll come with 15 more crit stats. So you get like 5 more crit damage and like 10 more crit, 5 more crit chance and 10 more crit damage or something like that. And it's just the more you get of it, the more it becomes valuable. So it really is early on, it does not scale well, or if anything, it's a negative. Average substats? I mean, like, we're not looking at just average, because you have Noel. You're not looking to build an average Noel. So, like, you could be unlucky, and then you'll have to work around with it. But even then, I would personally say take the hit. Take the 2, 3, 4% damage loss at times on a crit hat over defense hat, just for the sheer benefit. Just for the sheer benefit of you go and do, let's say, Petra, or you go do Bolide, and you farm it once a day. You go do and spend 20 energy on it each day, every day, and you get 1 legendary each day, every day. You will eventually find stuff. I mean, you can always recycle the hat, but at the same time, if you're building a DPS Noel, that's a plus 20 hat. That's a lot of experience you're using just to recycle it. But at this point, what I'm going to say is, pick the one that comes with the better substats. If you got a defense hat that comes with energy recharge, HP percent, crit damage, crit chance, or like attack percent, crit damage, crit chance, energy recharge, grab the defense hat. I mean, at the same time, if you find a crit hat that has a bunch of good subs, use the crit hat. Grab the one that has the better subs. That's really all it is to it in this game right now. It's grab the one with the better subs. You can do more damage having no set bonus and just 5 god artifacts because you've rolled a god VV piece that benefits her immensely, and then you manage to find and roll a god maiden piece, then a god gladiator piece, then a god bullied piece, and then you manage to find, let's say, I don't know, another god piece from another set. So you have 5 separate set pieces, so none of them stack, you get no set bonuses. But it doesn't matter, because they all rolled crit damage, crit chance, attack percent, energy recharge, with whatever but main stat bonus that they were there. And like on average cases, yeah, on average cases, there isn't that much of a difference between them. It's more of defense hat doesn't have as much room to scale, just due to how crit functions in terms of how it numerically works. So like even if there's 0% difference, I would still say try and get the crit hat over the other one at 0%, just due to the benefit that the crit hat is going to turn out better in the long run when you find a better piece of gear. But, as I say, pick the gear that has the best substats. So the sheet's good to help showcase that point, but I don't necessarily think the point is so strong of a thing to make that it's going to overwrite or overshadow what other people are looking to do out of their gear, their kits, what their characters are capable of. Okay. Okay, we finished that. So we'll pull that back, and we're gonna grab some laid back stuff. And go back into the game for a bit. Yeah, that could definitely do with an upgrade. I should, but I don't. The game no give. Yeah, the same here. The game no give me either. I'm using a healing bonus hat because the game no give me crit hat. And I need him with a crit damage hat. Because he's at like 50%, 50%. If not worse. Like, Bennett is, Bennett's kind of really off the optimal path. Really off the optimal path. Thank you very much for the donation, Osser. That go towards my fund of getting better internet. I really need to put that as a donation goal. And by getting better internet, I mean getting a whole studio. And know what? I am bored. I want to go murder something really fast. Let's go kill a flower. Click. Notice. Stop giving me notices and highlighting things that don't show up till later on. Like, I'd already clicked on it. It wasn't there before. I did manage floor 10. Floor 10 is now cleared with 6 stars. The answer was Xingqiu. Just Xingqiu. And then I proceeded to 5-star floor 11, which means I just need a tad bit more damage and I can probably clear it. I just need to 3-star floor 1 and then I'm good. Bert. And there's my resin usage. Okay, actually, now that I think about it, I can actually do this. Give me 1 second. Donation goal. We're going to name this studio.
These bombs, so heavy.
What banner I'm gonna pull for? If I actually go and pull a banner, it would either be standard or the weapon. I do not want to pull Zhongli, even though I think he is going to get buffed, and the buffs are going to be really, really nice for him. It's just, I don't have a Geo character made yet, and though he's super stylish, I kind of, at this point, don't want to use him for the sake of not using him. Kind of like how I'm in the same instance of I got Diluc, but I already got Klee and all that stuff, so I'm just, at this point, I'm just not using him for the sake of not using him, and I don't want to do that for Zhongli. And, like, I got the one thing on the banner that I wanted. I don't know if he's getting buffs. I have no idea what they're doing. He's going in for testing. They're going to test him, and we're going to see what he comes out with. Just, I want to see what the beta test winds up having with it before I decide whether to pull for him. Because for all I know, they could just be doubling the length of his Petrify, in which case he's amazingly good. And yes, I will be pulling for him if his Petrify is 8 seconds long. Do I think they're going to make it that long? No, I can see them adding a second or two to its duration, which would make sense. Like a 5 to 6 second duration actually makes it a very viable thing. But I was working on this goal amount 500 starting amount and date no end. We have $4. Level 7 was 5 seconds, which means it's probably 5.5 seconds now. Or 6 seconds, and they have it scale ridiculous, because he already scales ridiculously. I mean, like, yeah, it's a very viable source. Don't mind me. I'm just pre-farming stuff for pre-farming stuff for a very particular lady that we will be getting at some point, and doing stuff here. Bar background is supposed to be the super dark blue.
These bombs, so heavy. Clee was a brave girl today. I found a really weird-looking lizard. Want me to show it to you?
Okay, we're gonna throw that there. As just to keep track of what I've had received for donation and where we're gonna go. Okay, that's a good deal with complaint. Honestly, yeah, he did need that. Okay. What is there next to do? Oh, I need to go collect specialty ingredients. Okay. Okay, so I've already collected all this stuff. And since I've already collected all of this stuff, we have Mount Elzang to go drop down and collect ore from. Ugh. I need a new chair. I need a new everything. Need new body. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Come with me.
Okay. And yeah, so big updates for future stuff. first and foremost, we do have the Khalifa Repository YouTube channel, which is just where all the VODs are going to be going from now on. So if you do ever need to watch the VODs, you can always find them there. Apart from that, Khalifa Frames YouTube channel is being created. It's just a matter of I need to get the first video up before I publicly launch it. That should, if everything goes well, be this Sunday. If not Monday or Tuesday afterwards. It's just a matter of I need to get all the vocals added in and then figure out how to audio mix in the software, and then everything from there should just pan in fairly quickly by comparison. Other than that, did Twitch just die? Videos I am aiming for. Says I only have one viewer. So, thank you, Thrivix, for being my only viewer. I greatly appreciate you. If Enigma's here, I also appreciate you. And everyone else in chat, if you are here and I just can't see you. But, videos I am aiming to, says 1 on my end. It says 1 on my end. Ha, neat. Okay. Either way, so, but yeah, so, big thing. Videos I'm aiming for is I want to go in a style similar to the Mathalos guys with their videos and how they sort of have them structure with intent, purpose, and all that stuff. But I want to take a slightly different approach where they're taking an approach in rating characters as good or bad based off of amount of investment needed and where free-to-play players are and the total number of resources you can spend and comparing them to other characters. I want to take a slight different approach where, yeah, I still want to touch on that subject, but my more focus is more, how do we make this character that you want to build as good as you possibly can? Like, what is good about this character? What can you use this character for? Where can you excel? I want to focus on a lot of the positives. So that way when you look at a character, it's like, yes, I'll touch on, like, this character has a lot of drawbacks, but if you want to use this character, here's how you do it. Kind of stuff. Because, in truth, this is a game. Have fun. Do what you want to do. Like, in the video, I am probably going to go on that same rant. I'm going to go on a rant, like I probably am going to go here, where it's just like, everyone's like, Zhongli's absolute bad, don't pull him, he's literal garbage tier, 4 or 5 star, because he's the worst 5 star in the game, and then there are other people like, but he's the best 5 star in the game, he provides so much value with his stun, that stuns everything including slimes, which normally can't be frozen or stunned, apart from hydro slimes, otherwise ignore that. You can freeze freaking Fatui for like 3 to 4 seconds. When they have their shields up, that's huge. And then he has a shield. And the shield's really good. And if you use him on a Geo team, which is where he's intended to, and you use like Geo MC or something else that produces constructs, his E doesn't actually do garbage damage. He's really good. But at the same time, he's also not that amazing. And like both sides of the coin are accurate. So if you want to use him, use him. If you don't want to use him, don't use him. But I'm not going to be the one to sit here and tell you, don't use him because this, this, and this. I'm not here to write an essay about why you should or shouldn't use a character unless they are legitimately bad enough that I have to write an essay to tell you guys. Because, like, at this point, I want to be the person that normally doesn't tell you, this character's bad, don't use him. This character's good, always use him. I'll say this character's really good. You can get a lot of use out of him. This character's not as good as others. So you're going to have to do more with him in order to match what others are capable of, or enjoy using him and needing to have slightly better stats. And the benefit of that is once I set myself as that kind of person, if I sit down and I go, hey, quick talk, this new unit we're getting, don't get their literal garbage tier. You know some shit's going on, because I normally don't talk about a unit being garbage tier, because no units are garbage tier. And same for the opposite end of the spectrum. If I see a character that's going to be the most broken thing in the game, I'm going to tell you about it and say, yeah, this character's going to be absolutely busted. But, like, that's the kind of video content I want to get into, is talking about characters, optimizing the characters, what artifact sets are going to be good on them, why they're going to be good on them, what particular team comps can they work with, going into combo pathing, such as, like, when you press E, when do you press Q, do you have to wait a certain period of time, and then go even further into the nitty-gritty and go into the details of how, like, the particular reaction mechanics work. So, like, once we get Gun, I'll be looking into how many gauge units does her charge use? How many gauge units does her E do? How many gauge units does her... Oh, the videos that I'm going to be producing for YouTube. How many gauge units does her Q do? How many ticks does it do? What's the internal cooldowns? Current names potentially for the characters, because it's going to be a deep dive into the characters, is I'm going to either going to make them all full, so we have the Kleeful, then there'll be the Ningful, then there'll be the Monaful, or the Moanful. There'll be, like, the Geneful. I'm not aiming on clickbait. That's not what I want to do. I do not want to go the clickbait route of, get this character now, or these 3 tips will get you the most damage possible. Sure thing, Osser. I don't know if I'm going to be on for too much more. So if I don't see you, thank you very much for the second donation. That's greatly appreciated. That puts us $4 towards our $600 goal of me getting legitimately good internet. And an actual place where I can set up studio and soundproofing and face cam and all that stuff. Where do I even want to go? I mean, if you're off, I can't even join you. Yeah, that $600 there is going to be enough to cover... Oh, on your alt. If you add me, then by all means, yeah. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. But yeah, the $600 would cover a month and a half to 2 months, depending on where the small office that I would turn into a studio is. It's not that expensive, especially considering conversion rate. I'm in Canada. But it would cover all of that, which will then also cover the good internet. And we're talking gigabit up and like 750, gigabit down and 750 up or beyond. But one thing we do have capable here is good internet. So like, I could probably like stream 4K 60 FPS, no problem. Now, do I have the hardware to run that? That's a different story. But like, yeah, that's the biggest focus that I'd be looking for. I was like, that's the next big thing I want to do there is that currently is $600 because that's the donations that we're at. Okay, whenever we're ready. Smack, 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 smack. Did he literally run away ASAP? Or we just killed it. We probably just killed it. Sure thing if I'm around at the time. But the $600 goal could potentially go downwards depending on how the YouTube stuff progresses. Because if like the YouTube stuff progresses fairly quickly and it starts putting enough in that it can pay for the rent, then yeah, they'll def. Oh, he does. Apparently he does drop primos. He's just it's a very low chance. Or it might be like only like top world level where it's actually a possible thing. No idea. I haven't looked into it. I don't explore enough to actually even encounter them. Anyway, thank you for the kill. That was nice. That was great. Okay. 10:33. You know what? It's been 3.5 hours. We got to a chamber 11. We got to floor 11, chamber 3. Yeah, next stream might be there might be like an intermediary stream at some point. Friday, maybe, depending on what goes on. But for the most part, it looks like next big stream is going to be Saturday. And then I will look into seeing if I have the hardware capability in order to stream Sunday. Start streaming a playthrough of Cyberpunk 2077. Probably my first playthrough of Cyberpunk 2077, of course. But it will be a Klee playthrough of Cyberpunk 2077. We will go blonde hair. If we can change body type to be as lolly as possible, we will go lolly as possible. If not, then we won't. But other than that, the entire focus will be on being chaotic neutral to chaotic good, and explosions everywhere. And yeah, it's buggy. Just go like focus entirely on like how Klee would exist in that universe. Just like, I don't like you, bombs. Da da da. Klee's here. Either way. Either way. That's probably about what the end of this is going to be. So, Sparks and Flash. Exactly. Sparks and Flash. Yeah, but, good night to all of you. Thank you very, very much for turning up, as always. I look forward to seeing you again real soon. before I go, yeah, I can still sit around for a couple more minutes if you need me for something. Last unusual. You have a good night too, Enigma. You the best. Ah, you got your second unusual. Okay. Wait, when does the gliding event end? 3 days. Okay, so I can do that tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm going to end stream now. I will still join in on you to get that last thing checking. Go to friends list. Yeah, sir, it's there we go. Anyway, it was great seeing you all here. If you have any further questions, remember, exclamation Discord. Send you to the Discord. You can always reach out to me there. I can answer questions there while not in-game or on stream. Because I will not be immediately going to bed or anything like that. It will just be, you know, I need to wind down a bit. So by all means, reach out to me there. Otherwise, thank you very much for turning out. Have yourselves a good night. And remember, stay gleeful.